YouTube, what up, do? Uh, I gotta start with an apology, man. I feel like a real asshole. There are a lot of people that, showed me support. The few videos I made, which was like 6 months ago. Unfortunately, shortly thereafter, with the last video I made, I didn't have the opportunity to get on here and produce anything else. And honestly, it's the biggest regret I have in my sobriety is the fact that, for me personally, when I was getting clean, going on channels like, Derek Lambert's and Ryan Conley, guys like that, and especially Lambert, seeing where he was and how far he came and the transformation that took place there within, that it's so like visceral and empirical. You can see it, and that gives you motivation, it gives you inspiration, because you want to see that in yourself. So the fact that I couldn't give that to anyone else, or to be able to look back on my days of early withdrawal, see how far I've come, and the fact that I never want to go back there, it really sucks, man. Like I said, I didn't have the opportunity, and God works in mysterious ways, and there is a reason why I wasn't able to get on there. So I don't want to be on here too long. So let me just tell you, I'm doing well. The last day I used was March 1st of this year. That was marijuana. Between February 2nd and March 2nd, which is when I entered rehab, I used fentanyl one time. My last video was like mid-December, so after that I went off the rails, man. I missed Christmas, which it's one of those things I have a lot of guilt. It's funny, like the more sobriety I gain, the shame outweighs a lot of that, because I recognize kind of who I became. Not who I am, but who I became in my active use. But the guilt's kind of always been there. The shitty things I've done, it came a lot earlier in my sobriety. And I miss Christmas. Like, I remember walking out, and my niece, big smile on her face, and she said, "What's wrong, Uncle Brian? Merry Christmas." And my brother walked me back to my room. That's the last thing I really remember. But turns out I ended up going to the bathroom at some point. I shot up, and I passed out, and my father and my brother unlocked the door, took the needle out of my arm, and that's the last time I used a needle was Christmas Day. But like I said, I used one time in between February 2nd and March 2nd, because I knew I was going to rehab. My probation officer was pushing for a 30-day rehab, and I knew it wasn't enough. And I ended up entering a facility as 120 days, and amazing decision. I'll get to that. But so what ended up happening is I continued to use, and finally shortly thereafter, that last video I made, I gave up my phone. Not necessarily like a willingness on my part. It was more of like an ultimatum, and but I did it. I gave up my phone, and that's why I wasn't able to make any more videos. Although from that point until the 2nd of February, they wouldn't have been videos anyone trying to get help would have really wanted to see. Like it was bad, you know, because what I was doing, it was laced with benzos, and I was a fucking zombie, man. Like I don't remember much of December or January at all. Like it was bad. So all my stimulus money ended up going to the cause, you know. Everything I saved up, you know. Luckily, in the month I got clean, you know, I was able to get my taxes, and there was a workers' comp check that came in that was about $3,000. So I have some money saved up because I stopped collecting unemployment when I went into rehab. So, you know, I'm fortunate to still have a little saved up, and starting a job next week, and just a lot of good shit's happening. I keep jumping around. I'm sorry, guys. It's been so long since I made a video. So yeah, my phone was taken away. I went to court on the 2nd of February, and we got continuance. But like I said, I knew what was gonna happen, so you know, I was like, fuck it, dude. You know, there was like this moment of clarity, this moment of acceptance. Like, I remember my brother was at the house, and you know, him and I, we talked a little bit. I can't remember what it was about, man. It was something stupid. It was something so stupid. And I remember walking away from that. I came down, I had a cigarette, and I remember thinking, like, man, I need to quit before I go to rehab, man. That's my recipe for success. Like, I have to accept this. And, you know, don't get me wrong, man, I was sick. I was sick as a dog. And, you know, the only thing I had to aid me was marijuana, and I smoked. I mean, liberally. Not like crazy amount. It wasn't like fucking Willie Nelson Jr. or anything, but I smoked, you know. And it didn't, in the beginning, it helped with the irritability and things like that, so I didn't snap on anybody, but it wasn't a cure-all by any means. But I'll tell you what, like, this is a crazy shit. So by the 4th day, I got 2 hours of sleep. And let me tell you, man, people out there who do fentanyl, like, you know what I mean, addicts, will tell you that doesn't happen. Like, that shit doesn't happen. You know, day 4, day 5, you're still getting like 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 tops a night. I got 2 hours on my 4th day. And the only thing that changed was my mindset. That's it. So, you know, your brain, your perspective, your outlook, they're all powerful tools that you can use, right? Like I said, just like marijuana, it's not the cure-all, but Jesus, 2 hours, man, that was a blessing from God, you know, and God granted me with many blessings. That's something, you know, hopefully tomorrow, so it's July 3rd now, it's like 12:30 in the morning, everyone's asleep, but hopefully tomorrow, I can talk to you about, like, kind of what got me into rehab, man. Like, it's crazy. God works in mysterious ways, man. He really does. And I'm still having trouble with my faith, like, trying to, you know, my problem is, like, before addiction, I'm always analytical, right? Like, I was. And then I became an addict, and I was much more creative in my addiction. Like, I used to love math, and I hated literature, and it completely did 180, right? Well, now, here I am, I'm getting clean, and I want to go back, and I'm trying to reason with the unreasonable. You know what I mean? My willingness and my faith, those are synonymous for me, okay? And willingness and the idea of being vulnerable, those are the two, those are kind of like the foundations, I feel like, of sobriety, and they're the spiritual principles they talk about. Those are the two I struggle with the most, man. So, I have a lot of trouble with faith. Like I said, I'm trying to reason with the unreasonable, and that's counterintuitive to what faith is, you know. I have to be willing to accept there are things you can't explain. You know, that, you know, God's something I can't prove or disprove empirically, right? And my senses won't tell me he's here or not here. Like, I have to accept what I believe. And everything that happened to get me rehab, I believe in God, but we're still having trouble communicating because, you know, willingness and vulnerability. I mean, if I can't be vulnerable in a room full of addicts at an NA meeting, how the hell am I going to do it with the guy upstairs who I can't see, right? Right? So, a little fuck. But anyways, yeah. I quit smoking, but I had a wisdom tooth pulled, but damn it, you know, right? One bite at a time, you know, fuck. Okay. So, I'm not gonna make this long. No one wants to see a fucking movie, right? Nobody's into that right now. Hope everyone has a happy 4th of July, man. Stay safe out there. So, anyways, yeah. So, I've officially been completely sober, no mind-altering substances since March 2nd, right? So March 1st was my last day I smoked. So we're over 120 days. You know what I'm saying? It's awesome, bro. It feels really good, guys. I'm proud of myself, and I met a lot of good people in the rehab I was at, and man, I just have I have so many blessings. My nephew was born. He was born. Oh man, I feel like a piece of shit. He was born February 26th or the 27th. I got to see him for the first time the day before I went to rehab. Another blessing, man. Like I said, God, dude. Listen, okay. I'm gonna, next time we talk, I'm just gonna explain all of these little miracles that have happened. You know, these coincidences that can't be coincidences, right? After a while, you're just like, it is what it is. And there's a greater good. There's something going on here. But, yeah, so I got to meet him and hold him for the first time the day before I went, which was great. And he's beautiful. He's a beautiful boy. So, and my niece is doing great. Everything's good, man. I did 120 days at this rehab I was at. It's not far from my house, actually, which it was farther from Cincinnati than my house, which is good, you know. And there's another reason why I haven't reached out till recently. You don't really get your phone much the first, the first 14 days, you don't get any phone. Like, you get one phone call, and they monitor it, and then it's 30 days until you get your cell phone. It's only on Sundays, you know. And then, you know, after you get passes, I got passes around my 2-month mark, and after 90 days, I went to what they call transition, where I had my phone the whole time. But, I mean, like I said, at that point, I was like, man, I went so damn long, you know. And I finally got on here, and I saw a few people say, you know, give us an update. So, that's what I'm doing. So, to let you know what's going on right now, I just moved into a halfway house, which is affiliated with the rehab that I went to. It's in a place called Wilmington. It's about 50 minutes from my house, my parents' house, and I already got a job, which is great. I'm very excited about that. And, you know, I still have group 3 hours a day, and I have to go to meetings 3 days a week, and they do random urinalysis screens, right? Like, so all the accountability's there, man. And that's the thing, like, it's just different this time, man. Like, I always thought I could do this on my own, and there's some people out there who can. They can do a program. Like, me personally, 30 days isn't enough, I don't feel like, for me. No, I need 90. 90's a good number, man. Anything after that, you're just really easing the burden on yourself and your sobriety, which, you know, some people look as a negative, but for me, it's been a positive. Like, time is what I need, and if I can have others help hold me accountable, you know, during this step, and just continue to transition slowly, like, take baby steps. Like, don't stick my head in the sand. I brought that up before. Don't do that, but don't overwhelm yourself either, man. Take baby steps to get where I want to go, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm there for now. I put my career on the back burner for a little bit, and I don't know, man. Like, things are looking good, you know. Things are looking good. Like, yeah. What else, man? I met a lot of cool people there, bro. I met a lot of cool people in rehab. It's the best time I ever had there. It's, like I said, another God thing, man. Like, I haven't laughed that much in probably a decade. Like, it was good, and all the people up at the halfway house, I know all of them, you know, from up here. So it's just good, man. So yeah, I'm back in my parents' house for the weekend. I'll be here through Monday at 4. I really am gonna try to make a couple videos. Like I said, it just sucks, dude. Like, I feel so bad. Like, I want to be able to look back to, like, it's a selfish thing, you know. It's selfless for others, but it's also selfish. I want to be able to look back and see how far I came, and now all I have is the memories, you know. And those 3 videos I made 6 months ago, which I was going through it, but it wasn't even the end, you know what I mean? I still wanted to fight, and so, but I can't regret it, man. It happened for a reason. If I had that phone, you know, even though I was still able to reach out through, you know, laptops and my smart TV, I was still able to get dope. Like, if I had that phone, man, I would have been, you know, the proverbial rip and run, you know, right? Like, I would have kept doing that and doing it. Like, it would have been a lot easier. So I thank God that it was taken away when it was, but at the same time, yeah. But yeah, damn, that's about it, guys. I hope everyone's doing really well, man. And like I said, thanks again for all the support, and I'm doing really well. I feel good, you know, and I just I hope everyone can find this sobriety, man. I hope 9 months from now I'm getting my glow in the dark tag, you know, like, miracles happen, guys. Anyways, I will see y'all soon. God bless and happy 4th. Happy Independence Day, y'all. Bye.